What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Xenoblade Chronicles. Last time, we started in Valak Mountain, learning more about the Giant's treasures, and got some cool rewards from that. And then we came back to the refugee camp to help out Dulland with a couple of quests before ending off the episode. This time, we are completing every last side quest, finishing every last heart-to-heart, and just doing everything else there is to do in the world of Bionis. So, let's get started. First things first, though. So this episode, I can already go ahead and tell you, it's going to be a long one. That's just the way that it's going to be. So I want to finish everything that there is to complete. Now, there are, I mean that technically, like we're going to finish up all the quests and stuff like that, you know. At the same time, though, there are some things that I do want to show off that don't really have any, like, meaning, I guess you could say. And that's mainly, like, the super bosses, which we've talked about some, but I'm going to save them for their own episode, which should be, well, next episode. So don't think we're like completely done technically here with the main story quite yet. But this episode is going to be finishing up everything else. And the first thing I want to start off with is a heart-to-heart. This is a scene revisited. Ryan, look, what a sight. The sight, all right. What's wrong, Ryan? It's not like you to look so serious. Hey, I can be serious if I want to. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. What's on your mind? The first time I came here. Before I came in with Shulk, I'd never seen this place. Was there something special about that day? You never told me about it. You could say that. It was the day we set out from Colony 9. Well, it might not have been the exact day. I don't remember. Oh, I see. Was that just after I was taken? I messed up pretty badly that day. Why would you say that? Man, now you're the one who's not acting like yourself. I suppose. But if I hadn't tried to be a hero, you could have stayed in Colony 9. No one thinks that, Fiora. Don't beat yourself up about it. But, Ryan, I don't regret leaving the colony behind. And I don't blame you for all this stuff that's happened. That makes me feel better, Ryan. Thanks. Even if I hadn't gotten kidnapped that day, we still would have left. It feels like we were destined or something. You think the Monado would have led you on this journey anyway? Yeah, something like that. Or maybe you just kept browbeating us until we did it. Much as I hate to admit it, I think you hit the nail on the head. I can't imagine just sitting around with the colony in ruins. I'd have wanted to go out and get revenge on the Mechon. I knew it. So don't worry, okay? Soon this will be over and we can all go back to the colony for good. That sounds great. That's a favorite of mine, I think. Just Ryan talking to Fiora about the first time they popped out on the leg here. And, you know, you have that massive cutscene. Well, of course, now we look over and there's not much left of the Mechonis, but I still do like that. And I highly recommend you check out some of the other options for, for that, heart-to-heart, because that first option that we had, we're talking about tomorrow's dinner, they get off on quite a tangent. It's kind of hilarious. But with that, I want to actually head off back to the refugee camp, because there is one quest that we can take care of while we are here. One more quest on the Bionis leg. And it doesn't look like he may be out here. It may have to be nighttime. No, I'm on all the wrong things. Oh, those are all the books we got last time. Blinding Blossom. I literally never use that art. That's so funny. It's still level 1. Anyway, changing the time to night now that I'm not distracted apparently. And the quest giver we're looking for is all the way up in the cliff. Great. I guess I'll meet you on up there. Where? Or I think. Oh no. Down here, across the pond. So glad I didn't walk all the way up there. I see him standing right over here. Our final quest giver is the young boy right here. This is, of course, Elior. Hey, I don't suppose you're going to Satoru Marsh anytime soon. I wasn't planning on it, but if you need me to, I can. I heard there's some High Entia like me in Satoru Marsh as well. I read in some book that it has a special meaning to the High Entia. Only thing is, the fog is dense and you can't grow many crops. Or so is what it says in my copy of Amateur Adventurer. I was thinking that they won't have much to eat. Can you lot go help them out? You can take them some food. Anyway, can you help them out? Sure. So we need to give goods to Scarlin and Satoru Marsh. They're probably really hungry without food and everything. Look, you're up to the job. Please get the rations to them. Alright, and it gives us the emergency rations. And we're going to take this to Scarlin and Satoru Marsh. So, I'll meet you guys on over there. Hello, Scarlin. Are these supplies? I'm extremely grateful. You can see we have little food. We're not used to living like this. This should go some way towards improving our lives a little. Thank you so much. We're in your debt. Here's a small token of our appreciation. Please, take it. Yep, and with that quest is complete. That was supplies for Satoru. We don't even have to go back or anything. Like, oh yeah, we don't even have to go back to Elio or anything. That is that quest complete. And with that, that's almost every last quest in Xenoblade Chronicles complete. Though, of course, I think there's like 480-something quests. We've done about 450 of them. There are a couple of mutually exclusive ones, that's why you don't actually end up doing all of them. But we have 2 quests left. Replica Monado 4 and Defend Colony 6 Demon. So we need to defeat Demon King Dragonia in the area of the Ether Planter at Hope Farm. We actually want to head over and do that one first. Now, granted, it may come to a point where I end up having to do like last episode, and I have to go into casual mode to take care of this. Because while I could grind on EXP, I don't really have the time to do so. If I do that, these videos don't come out in time. These videos are on tight schedules, man, let me tell you. But there is the Demon King Dragonia, and in fact, I do want to switch up the party just a bit. In fact, let's go with Charlotte, definitely, and we'll also bring Ryan out for this. And the reason is because, actually, if I go to my quest log again, Replica Monado 4, we need a demonic Everflame from a dragon somewhere on Bionis. Well, and the only place that you can get those are, well, dragons. And there is actually only one dragon. There's 2 dragons we could face. One of them is much stronger than Demon King Dragonia, who's level 99. And so we're going to get close to Demon King Dragonia, and what I'm going to try to do, to the best of my ability, is fill the party gauge, and hopefully I can stop missing attacks. Also, you need to be careful when fighting Demon King Dragonia. For something I can possibly show off in just a moment. Let's see. Okay, I already can tell I'm gonna have to use casual mode for this. We're just not strong enough. It's not Air Crush 10 though. He does have level 10. Level 10 arts, and we need to run. No vision. Okay. He's very slow, so we can run well far enough away before he actually he won't follow us very far. Yeah, there he goes. We turn on casual mode then, I guess. And we'll leave it on for now, I guess. But let's try that again. Hopefully this time we'll actually be able to do some damage, hit some attacks. I like how Ryan now has more HP than Ricky. I wasn't expecting that, but it's just the way the cookie crumbled, I guess. All right, let's do this. Let's try it one more time. Okay, we're actually doing some damage, maybe? Alright, I need to do yoink. Okay, he got EXP. Great. Not really what I need. What I recommend doing is I would come in here with Ricky, just let his auto attacks go off for a while. Air Crush 10 is not great, though. He actually didn't get dazed from that. I'm shocked. Let Ricky use Yoink over and over again until we get the item that we need. So I'm gonna come back once I've done a couple of Yoinks in this battle and we get an item or something interesting happens. Oh, this might be special. Fatal Crunch. This is an instant death attack. So no matter how, it will always instantly kill a member of your party. So even if I were to heal Ryan here up to full, it wouldn't matter. Fatal Crunch is an instant death attack. The only way to avoid it is to have a special type of gem, Divine Protection, which protects against instant death. And that's the only way that you can avoid that. So Ricky got AP, great. Not really what I'm looking for. Oh, and I got toppled. Hoping that we can find the item that we need. And I'll try to do this a couple more times before I won't kill the dragon straight away because I think casual mode will cause us to basically kill him instantly, which is not great. So I'd like to avoid that if possible, but we'll see what happens, and I'll meet you guys back here in just a moment. All right, ooh, Demonic Everflame, there we go. Ooh, and a Sun Staff for Melia. Arguably one of the best weapons she can get in the entire game, so we may have to use that. But the Demonic Everflame is exactly what we needed for Replica Monado 4. So, we'll take that. There are a couple other items that I want to get from this guy, so I'm gonna fight this guy a couple more times using Yoink a bunch, and I'll meet you guys back once I am done. Alright, we got Ledios Cusses from that. It's a piece of heavy armor that's considered considered the best heavy armor in the game. And he'll drop 3 pieces of this armor as well, so I thought I would show that off as well. So you may want to try to do a lot of yoinking to see if you can get as many of those items as you can, because he's one of the only monsters that drops it, and it's one of the only places you can find slotted pieces of that equipment, because once you've run out of that equipment, you've run out. You basically won't get a chance to get it, because Demon King Dragonia, based on the music, if you couldn't tell, isn't a unique monster. He only shows up during this quest. Once he is killed, he will never respawn. So all the items you get from him are, it's a one-time thing. So you get all of them or you don't. Though I do think he has a 100% chance of dropping every item that he has, other than the Demonic Everflame. I don't think he actually has a 100% chance of dropping that. But all the gear, for example, he has a 100% chance of dropping. I'm going to do this a couple more times. And I'll just meet you guys either once I've gotten some more items or when I'm done fighting. Alright, we just got the Ledios plate. And honestly, I've done so much yoinking and gotten so much experience that we all leveled up again. I think I'm just going to call it. We should get all the other drops from this guy. We're just going to kill this guy, and let's move on. This should take too long. We're still in casual mode, and I'm not changing it. Dang it. I like beating up on strong enemies. Level 99, the strongest enemy we've faced so far. Alright, let's do it. Alright, get all these debuffs going, and then say sorry. And we did a lot of damage. I'll take it. And we can still get some yoinks in this battle too, because Ricky is still gonna... Well, we'll still end up using yoink sometimes. Hopefully that didn't daze me. Okay, it did. Dang it. Come on, guys. Thank you. Let's get some debuffs going on him too as well. Shouldn't take too long. And I actually keep you guys around for this. Why not? Alright, Lurgy, Burninate, Freezinate. Where did he go? Oh. Got an item. Alright, okay, not as much damage as I thought. I'm gonna continue to fight this guy, and I'll cut ahead when we're closer to being finished. Alright. I'm gonna try to get a topple. Oh, he resisted. Sweet. Okay, great. Oh, Ren doesn't even have his topple art. Oh, well, never mind. Why did I try that then? I was gonna say, this guy being not a unique monster is susceptible to instant death. So you can't actually take this guy out, well, using instant death. Also, because he has an instant death attack, if you're fighting with Melia, of course, if you don't know, her reflection attack takes the next attack and returns the same effect and damage onto the enemy that dealt it. Meaning that if an enemy tried to attack Melia with instant death, like Dragon King Dragonia here, it could attack Melia's reflection, killing itself instantly. The only thing is, if you do that, you will get the reward for the battle. However, it will be considered a suicide. It'll be considered a suicide by the game, and you actually won't get a chest for it, which is kind of sad, but that's just how it goes. Can I get a topple? Yeah, he resisted. Okay. I'm going to say this is not the case. Because you can actually find a way to daze him. You can actually commit. You could inflict instant death on him, so. Let's try another chain attack. Alright, they did a lot of damage. We're super close. Alright, let's go. Dragon King Dragonia. Maybe one more yoink before we're done? Nope, never mind. Well, he's done. We've defeated him. And the attack is over, and everything should be back to normal. An atomic driver. Oh, we got a lot of experience for that, though. Another level up for those guys. And the chest. Oh, no. It doesn't give us every item. Oh, we just missed out on some stuff. I mean, that's fine, I guess. I wasn't really planning on using the Linios armor, but I kind of wanted a whole set. At least that's slotted. Oh, well, I guess that's fine, too. But with that, guys, there's one quest left. And for that, we're going to need a Mammoth Horn and a Tirkin Elder Medal from a Tirkin somewhere on Bionis and a Mammoth somewhere on Bionis. So, the first thing first, I'm going to meet you guys in... Where's... I don't know why... Magna Forest. Oh my goodness. I almost said Frontier Village, but I was like, no, it's the area outside. And then I couldn't think of it. Whatever. I'll meet you guys at the village entrance. Well, I say like I'm cutting ahead. I'm not now. At this point, I'm close enough. We can just travel. Oh, forget it. Okay. And I guess we'll set this as active. And sure enough, there's a mammoth right down there. And Ricky's got enough health. He should survive this. Yeah, I mean, it hurt him, but he should be fine, yes. And we're actually strong enough now where this guy's only got a yellow portrait. Not too bad, actually. Alright, so. I am going to actually switch the party around a little bit. I want to bring Shulk in for this. Or I should just do Shulk Ryan. Let's just do Shulk Fiora Dunban. And let's just go for it, alright? There we go, alright. These are non-aggressive enemies, but they will attack you, of course, if provoked. And he's got the item that we need, and... Whoa! Casual mode is crazy. Casual mode is insane. Holy cow. Break. Another break. Topple. Can I topple lock him? I can. Wow, this is cool. I like this. Another daze. Sweet. And then I can get another topple going right here. And then hopefully somebody will get another. Dang, that was fast. That was not bad at all. And a mammoth horn, I think that's exactly what we needed too. Yep, sure enough. I don't have to take care of any more of these guys. So, We have one last item to grab, and I'm going to meet you guys on Bionis Leg. More specifically, right here with Immovable Gonzalez, who now has a brown portrait. Yes, we are that strong now. We could technically just fight him to get to Spiral Rock if we wanted to. Though we don't have to, because obviously we can just climb up it now, because we did one quest a long time ago. I can jump down here, barely survive. And it wants me to go up. I don't know why it wants me to go up, because there's actually another path that we can take. And it's actually an area we've never been to before. There's a couple of high-level enemies, though they should give you no problems at this point. All the Tyrkins and the Caterpile. No problem there, and also the Nebula, as well as the Arachnos. No problem whatsoever with any of these guys. Now, I think there's just an Ether Crystal deposit down that way. Nothing too crazy, don't need to worry about that. Yeah, we have this nice little open area down this way, and you can see on our map exactly where we need to go. Let's see, if we get a little farther, we can kind of see off towards the, outside of the leg here of the Bionis. We've never been here before, though. Actually, you can't see off towards the back. I thought you could. This is the Crevice Waterfall, a place we haven't actually seen yet. And I actually think, I want to double check, that completes our map of the entire Bionis Leg area. Indeed it does. Sweet. So our entire map is filled in for this area as well. I know. Final episode, we finally filled in the map. Or you think the final episode, like, at least a standard episode, because I'll set up the super boss video a little bit differently, I guess. But yeah, so we can head out here, and a lot of normal Tyrkins, but then you have a level 76 field Altric, unique monster, level 76, so not actually super strong, but it would be bad to meet on your first visit here. But he actually should cause us no problems. I don't even need casual mode for this. I like to do a lot of damage. There we go. And the rest of these guys we should just wipe out pretty much instantly, right? Oh yeah, almost instantly. Yeah, one hit and you're done. And we'll grab level 1 crystals. To need level 1 crystals again. We'll get the Tilker Elden Medal. Final Cross. Oh, wow. That's incredible. I don't think we have that yet, which is great because I would love to upgrade that. I actually want to check that like right now. Yes. Oh, wow. I can actually upgrade Final Cross. Definitely not me going to do that like literally right now. It's just that good of an art, okay? We'll get it to... Oh, no, she has plenty. All the way to level 10. I love it. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Incredible. We'll take Double Wind all the way up as well. Spear Blade all the way up to level 7. I've got a lot of this stuff I haven't used, so might as well use it, right? Yep, and that's it for now. But we got all the items we need. Now it's time to head back to Junks. I'll meet you guys there. Hello, Vinaya. I've got one last Monado I want you to make. I have finished. The Monado Dogma offers a higher critical hit rate. The thin material used increases the blade's output. The high critical hit rate comes from at the cost of lower defense. And this weapon actually isn't too bad either, from what I know. And we get the Monado Dogma. And with that, the game doesn't tell us, but that is every single side quest in Xenoblade Chronicles. Every single quest that we can take care of. Like I said, some of them are mutually exclusive, but that is the very last quest. That is everything we can do. Man, does it feel good to say that. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it, honestly. I think it's incredible that we actually have done it. I can't believe it. There's one last thing I want to take care of in this episode before we go and view the final heart-to-hearts. And that is going to take us to 7 Sage Summit in Valak Mountain. I'll meet you guys there. I'm sorry, 3 Sage Summit. Did I say 7? I definitely said 7. Alright, at nighttime, We get Gloria Slabos, but more specifically, Final Marcus, level 100. Yes, this is one of the super bosses. Whoa, hello. This is one of the super bosses, but I actually want to take him on right now. So let me lure him over, if I can, without getting spotted by some of the others. And let's do this. Now, like I said, there would be a separate video for the super bosses, but this guy is by far the easiest super boss. In fact, one of the easiest methods we can use is, well, topple locking, because he's not immune to break and topple while in a chain attack. So we can just do this, get a topple, and he's topple locked. And most of the super bosses are going to be this way. Now, we will fight him again in the super boss video coming up next. However, I also want to take care of him this way because there's actually an item that we can get. And so while he's still toppled, we'll continue to keep him topple locked. This is a very good strategy for most all of the super bosses. Alright, so more topples. Okay, he's been toppled as much as we can. I don't have another day's art, so we'll just go in for some damage. This guy's almost dead, too. Sweet. Monado Cyclone. Might finish him off. And sure enough, it does. Now, granted, we brought some other enemies in the area along, so I'll take care of these guys, and then we'll open up that chest. Alright, and when we do that, we can open up this chest. Oh, I mean, we got Electric Gutbuster. But he didn't give me the item that I wanted. So I'll be right back to fight him again. Oh, right, sweet. The item, we got another Electric Gutbuster. We got another Electric Gutbuster book. That's crazy. What I actually wanted was the Veritas Glyph, and that's very, very important. And so, with that in hand, I actually now want to head back to Colony 6. Alright, and as we head to the location of interest, I'm just going to say this. I know there's a lot of you that watch that probably don't mind me going into casual mode here towards the end of the game. I mean, we've done so much. When we do fight the super bosses, I will try to go back to normal mode and try to actually do it the correct way. But then I know there's also a couple of you that can be like, how dare you use casual mode, you loser. And I'm just going to say, I'm not that good, and I don't really feel like grinding. So, if you want to do it, let's play this game and spend, over 120 hours recording, one series. Anyway, with all that out of the way, I want to speak with Jarell. More specifically, I want to trade with her. Because I can head right over here, and I want to trade for the Love Source. Now, you'll notice, no matter what you do, there is nothing that you can get that that costs enough money to be able to trade for, except for the Veritas Glyph. And you do actually have to have Shulk's and both Shulk and Ricky's trade bonus. Link. You don't have to actually have it linked because it's always active, but and then once you do that, then you'll be able to use the Veritas Glyph to make a trade. Pretty even trade, I'd say. So let's get the Love Source. See you. And with that, should have gotten an achievement. Surprised we didn't. But with that, fight over to the Collectopedia, the other section. The Love Source is the final item. And with that, our entire Collectopedia is complete. A critical up 5 gem. And an aggro down 5 gem as well. And with that, every single page of our Collectopedia is full. We've collected every item in Xenoblade Chronicles. And for that, we get an achievement, Stamp of Insanity. Yeah, I feel like I'm going insane trying to do all that. But with all of that, that is now every final thing I want to take care of. Now, there is a... For now... Oh, well, I guess... I don't know why I'm stumbling on my words. Goodness. There is one thing left for us to do, and that is Heart to Hearts. This is probably what's going to end up being a majority of this episode. So, I want to start with our first Heart to Heart, and it just so happens to be right up here on top of, this building up here. It's not the reconstruction issues, and I don't even know what this building is called. It's like I guess now it's like a residence building with some guns on top just in case anything were to ever happen again. Though I doubt any Mechon are flying over. I'm sure we'll be living in peace. Well, I guess this is probably for Telethia now that I think about it. This is another heart-to-heart I want to take care of. And this is the Colony Reborn. So, Charla, is this what Colony 6 is supposed to look like? It's definitely getting there. We've come a long way. A little more work and it'll be perfect. Really, if you ask me, it's looking good already. Plenty of warm houses and thriving businesses. It's great. True, but we have nearly everything we need, but we can't stop here. It has to be a place where everyone can feel safe. Then it'll feel like Colony 6 again. A safe haven for everyone, huh? I know what you mean. You've come so far, it'd be a tragedy to lose it all again. Yes, and that's why we have to make it safe. A place where no one will ever be sad or afraid of losing their home. You'll achieve your dream. How can you be so sure? Because it's everyone's dream. Everyone here has the same goal. Reconstructing Colony 6 is practically what they live for. I guess I'm the only one worried. But sometimes it's all I think about sometimes. How long peace will last? Will it be safe even then? I can totally understand. What happened here was awful, and you'll never forget it. Just like I'll never forget the attack on Colony 9. But this is a chance for a new beginning. I guess if I can let go of the past. If I can't let go of the past, I'll never get over what happened. Exactly. And it'll help you create as many good memories, and if it helps, and it'll help if you create as many good memories as you can, then maybe the bad ones won't seem so bad. Now you mention it, we've had some good times on the road, and I don't intend on forgetting those anytime soon. And well, there are other good memories I don't plan to forget. We're talking about the time you spent with Ghetto. It might sound weird coming from me, but hold on to those memories. In the end, memories of Ghetto are the only proof he was here. I'll never forget him. Don't worry. Thank you for everything. I feel like rebuilding the entire world. I know the feeling, but I'll be glad even if I can help out a little bit. Anyway, let's find the others. Sorry for stumbling over my words there. Jeez, I can't read apparently. Alright, but from this point forward, I'm just going to be cutting ahead from heart to heart to heart to heart. And we'll continue on until we completed all of them. So, on to the next one. Alright, the next heart to heart is here in Colony 9. This is watching over them. Sorry, Ryan. I know it's a bit late to be striking up a conversation. It's okay, no worries. Something you want to talk about? This is difficult to ask, but what's your opinion of Fiora and Shulk as a couple? What? I'm being quite serious. Come on, man. Where did this come from? I figured I'd be the last person you'd ask. The three of you have been inseparable since forever. Who else would I ask? Okay, when you put it like that, I wouldn't say they're a couple, but they mean a lot to each other. That seems like a reasonable assessment. Yep, but I've been thinking. If you're that close to someone, sometimes you miss the obvious. I see you share my view. So we're on the same page for once. We should not need to see this as a cause of celebration. I am and will always be your ally. You and I share the same goal. So, what are we going to do about them two, then? Absolutely nothing. What? Why'd you ask me then? I figured you were thinking it was time to step in. I wanted to know your opinion. It doesn't mean we should act on it. You sure? If they're not going to do anything about it themselves. Knowing whether to intervene is or not is something you must learn. Trust me when I say they are fine. Just continue looking out for them. Alright, I get it. No point in arguing, I suppose. I'll leave it to you, Dunban. Thank you, Ryan. After talking to you, I feel more certain about how to handle them. And that means a lot. Alright. And... ooh, too close there. Sorry. On to the next heart-to-heart. Alright, down here in the ether mine, we have a wistful glow. This ether lamp. It's like the ones in Tephra Cave. You mean the ones on the route between our two colonies? Those would have been put there by the people from Colony 6. You learn something new every day. You see the yellow glow? That's because the lamp uses electric ether crystals. Didn't know that either. I guess some days you learn 2 new things. I do know the electric type crystal glows the brightest. Bingo! Once upon a time, replenishing lamps with fresh ether was my job. It's my very first job, actually. I used to follow the route all the way down into the ether mine. Sounds like fun. I used to get lost when I started, but I soon got the hang of it. We used to time each other to see who could get it done the quickest. You mean you and Gato? Am I that obvious? You start talking about your old life and I see tears. It had to be Gato. Didn't think you were even paying attention. Oi, I always pay attention to you. Shulk said something interesting to me once. He thinks you're insensitive when it comes to these kind of things. He can talk. The only girl he's ever talked to is Fiora. I mean, I'm jealous. Of your male camaraderie. I know what it's like. I wonder what it would be like being a guy doing guy things. Gato would just be a friend. Even the most ridiculous things is a serious question to you. It's quite sweet, actually. I guess that's why I like you. What am I missing here? I meant that if I were a guy, I might have been able to fight. I could have stayed with Gato in Colony 6 until the end. That's all. I really didn't want to leave without him. Not while the Mechon were destroying the entire colony. I'm so sorry, Charla. Maybe I should just have kicked up a fuss like a little girl. Refused to leave. He always thought the best of me, trusting in me, relying on me. But I was never as strong as he thought. I'm sure letting you go was just as hard for him. But he put his feelings aside for your sake. So you could live on, so you could lead the colony. I know, but I miss him so much. Cheer up, Charla. Hey, how about this? From now on, I'll work really, really hard. And then one day I'll be the man of your dreams. How long is that gonna take? I can't spend my entire life waiting around. That's my Charla, alright. I like you best when you're giving me that big old smile of yours. Looks like you're learning fast. Keep those compliments coming. And by the way, Ryan, thank you. Oh, I love those two. They're like my second favorite couple, obviously behind Shulk and Fiora. I mean, who couldn't love Shulk and Fiora? Anyway, on to the next heart-to-heart. Alright, inside the Great Hall of the Imperial Palace, we have the Forefathers. Fiora! What is it, Ricky? What's this thing, Fiora? Ricky think, wow, Ricky like it. This is a statue made to look like the high end to your forefathers. Melia told us, remember? Forefathers were important? Fairy. They were said to be the founders of Melia's family line. So Melia's great-grandpeepons. That's right. They were credited with bringing civilization to Bionis. Melia's relatives very clever. Ricky think it's cool. Why don't you let her know that? I'm sure she'd appreciate it. Fiora, Ricky want to be king. A king, huh? Sounds like a lot of fun. Alright, if you get to be king, what will you do? Make weapons, fight Dino Beast. A force to fight the Telethia. That's quite ambitious, Ricky. Ricky wants to help everyone and stop Dino Beast at the same time. Don't forget to be in your squad. Fiora want to hear Ricky's idea for a weapon? Ooh, tell me, Ricky. Ricky put Dino Beast's favorite food on ground. When Dino Beast come to eat it, Ricky string big trap to catch them. Ricky pull over and ground collapse and make Dino Beast fall into hole. Then throw sand on Dino Beast to bury it. That's your plan? Yes. If you're not like Ricky's plan? Well, it's not that I don't like it. But how about you leave the trap building to Shulk? A king should think more about his kingly duties. If you're right, Ricky need to be good king. I feel like they were that scared. If that's stupid, nobody would be scared of them. Fiora. Let Ricky have his glory, alright? And with that, on to the next heart-to-heart. Alright, out on the Sky Terrace, we have a breathtaking sight. Check that out. How high are we? Man, Alchemoth. What a place. Careful, another step and you shall not be seen tomorrow. How in Bionis did you get the entire city to float? Amazing! It's quite simple, really. Right, yeah, simple, she says. I can't get enough of this breeze, though. Makes me feel alive. I quite agree. Gazing across our beloved land, it's a sight like no other. All those fears and worries just seem to melt away. So you feel it too, eh? Reminds me of when I used to sneak out of school. I'd watch the clouds go by from the highest hill in the colony. I have to say that sounds just like you, Ryan. Shulk come out looking for me, and we'd argue about me skiving off. He'd eventually give up, and we'd hang out till school was over. What? But I cannot imagine Shulk being so naughty. Look, Shulk's always been a bit of a rule breaker, just like me. I got that impression. When the Talitha surprised me in the tomb, and you all appeared, your presence shocked me greatly. Hans had never set foot inside the tomb before. We've been breaking down barriers like that for years. I heard he even argued with my brother. He sensed I was in danger and persuaded him to let you find me. What is it, Ryan? I'm the one who stood up to Callian, not Shulk. Really? It was you? It was Dunban that sealed the deal. So it wasn't Shulk after all. I say something wrong? No, none at all. But I'm no longer in the mood to chat. Let us leave. Poor Melia. I've said it like 100 times at this point, but God, just poor Melia. It's just terrible. I hate it. I honestly hate it for her. Like, when I first, I think I've told that story before. When I first started playing this game, after Fiora died and Melia came along, I thought for sure it was gonna be a Shulk and Melia was gonna get together, and then Fiora showed up, and then I immediately forgot. I didn't say I forgot about Melia. I just thought about, like, man, now I'm stuck between two girls, and I was like, obviously the choice is Fiora, but like I feel bad for Melia at the same time. So anyway, all that to be said, I feel bad for Melia, and on to the next heart to heart. All right, not too far away from here in the audience chamber, we have another heart to heart. This is so close yet so far. I would have never guessed you were a princess, Melia. I'm sorry I hid it from you. I was waiting for the right time to tell you, but it never came. I should have figured it out from the way you dress. I dress differently to other girls? It's not a bad thing. Really? That's quite a relief. I don't know what other girls wear, so I don't really know what other girls wear, so I was worried. Clothes really aren't that important. I like you just the way you are. You could be a princess, a pauper, or even from a crazy alien world. I'd still be your friend. I always will be. If you keep talking like that, you'll get back in my good books. But I do wonder what it would be like if I were not a princess. Nothing would change. I suppose not. I would most likely still have met all of you and traveled with you. But, I don't know, Shulk. Sometimes I look at everyone and I get very jealous. You do? Why? Everyone is so at ease with each other. They get to be themselves. I was brought up as a member of the High Intia Imperial family. But you're not stuck in this stuffy palace anymore. You're free now. So go on, show it off. Do something really crazy. It'll be our secret. You mean right now? In front of you? No, I'm too embarrassed. I can't. Please don't make me Shulk. Huh, you don't have to. It's fine. But give it some thought. I shall take your advice into consideration. And maybe one day, you will see me do something crazy. Poor Melia and her crush on Shulk. That can't be helped. Alright, and with that, on to the next heart to heart. Alright, here in the High Intia Tomb in the Hall of Trials, we have hopes and plans. Am I really the last ruler of the High Intia? Melia, in fact, even calling me the ruler is a bit of a joke. I'm the Empress of a city of one. You weren't the only one with Ham's heritage. Reach out to the remaining High Intia. Rebuild the city together. Easier. Excuse me, wrong answer. Do you think it's possible? Of course, I'll help you out. You'll be fine, I know it. No one's tougher than you, Melia. No challenges seem beyond reach when you talk about it. When I look into your eyes, I feel so sure about myself. You do? Well, thanks. Shulk, when Akamoth is rebuilt, I have a personal mission. Really? What are you gonna do? I want to see if I can find any relatives of my mother. My real mother, that is. You mean the second consort? She was your birth mother, right? Yes. I only have a few memories of our time spent in the Imperial Villa. Then we can look together. You'll look for them with me? Are you sure? I mean, I don't want to pressure you. You don't even have to ask me. I'd love to meet your family. It might take some time to track them down. And let's ask Fiora and Ryan. The four of us can go. Then we'll be sure to find them. Well, okay, Shulk. Another adventure with my friends. It would be most enjoyable. We'll always be your friends, even after you return home. I'm glad. Thank you, Shulk. You're a good friend. Alright, so, on to the next heart-to-heart. Alright, over at the Jacked Geyser, or if you're the party, Geyser, we have, sorry, another heart-to-heart. This is a snowy hot spring. Ricky, got a second? I wanted to ask you something. Ricky, what are you doing? Ricky, love hot water. All Napan love hot spring. Oh, right. Gotcha. The water actually looks kind of chilly, though. It's not too hot, not too cold. My mistake. I thought it just looked cold. Ricky, look across snowy hills and enjoy hot water. It's perfect, Shulk. I don't really see the appeal, but if you like it, that's cool. Shulk, jump in the water too. You want to jump in there and join you. Otherwise, Shulk never know how good hot spring is. I guess you're right. Don't worry, Shulk. Shulk will always like water, same as Ricky. Ah! Geezer's blowing him away. It's time for me to make a run for it. Sorry, Ricky. Ricky just blows away. Oh, he's back. There we go. Alright, nice. Kind of like that heart-to-heart. That's another one of my personal favorites, I think. Alright, but with that, on to the next heart-to-heart. Alright, so on the fallen arm inside of Junks, I do want to note that this has to be at the Junks inside of the fallen arm. Just as a clarification, we have another heart-to-heart. This is a family of two. Hey, Fiora. Can a big brother ask his little sister a question? Sure, Dunban. What is it? Has that body of yours really healed? Since you had that checkup, you haven't said a word about it. Don't be silly. I'm clearly much better now. It doesn't look that way. But you're like me. You'll put up with anything and keep silent. So I'm saying you don't have to. If you're in pain, be honest with me. You caught me. I knew it. So tell me about it. I'm alright at the moment. I can't feel any pain. But I can't hold out forever. So your body is giving up. Did you talk to Shulk or any of the others about this? I haven't told anyone else yet. How can I? I couldn't stand if they were worrying about me. I can see what you mean. I know how it feels. It wasn't long ago that I was out of action. There's more to it than that. What's this all of a sudden? I mean, you know better than anyone what state I was in. Yes, but this is a completely different situation. Fiora, do you realize what's happened to me? I'll never get to grow old with the ones I love. This body can stop functioning next year, or next week, or anytime, for all I know. I'm sorry, I guess I overstepped the mark a bit. But I still think you'll feel better if you talk about all this. No, I won't, Dunban. Wait, are you trying to make me angry on purpose? I'm not very good with words. I never say the right thing. That's why I figure making you blurt it out is the easiest way. You know, I'm sorry I was so rude to you just now. You're right. I do feel a little bit better getting it off my chest. Good. That's what I'd hoped. When you feel it bottling up, you can use me to sound off. I'll be your own personal punching bag. Then you better be ready. I think I have a lot to say. Thanks, Dunban. I like their relationship too, brother and sister. It's really nice as well. But on to the next heart-to-heart. Alright, outside on Digit 1, we have another heart-to-heart. This is overcoming the pain. Fiora, can I talk to you about something? Shulk told me you remember being inside of that mechon. Is it true? Yes, I remember it all too well. Somebody else was controlling my body, but I was conscious. I could see, hear, smell. Then, do you know what that metal-faced mechon did to me? He killed your father. Yes, and when my father died, I realized something. He loved me dearly, but I found that out much too late. And you regret that? I would be lying if I said no. But I still have not come to terms with all that has happened. I do not know how I truly feel. I can imagine it must be very tough. It is. At that time, all I could think about was killing that mechon. And you don't feel that way now? I cannot say for certain. Sometimes I feel myself becoming enraged when I recall that day, but the rage is not as potent as it was then. That's probably for the best. I suppose so. Before, vengeance was all I could think of, but I realized it would lead to nothing good. What changed? It was something Shulk said to me, and what he did, too. Shulk risked his own life to stop Dunban from killing him. Shulk stopped Dunban? But Dunban's bigger and stronger. Shulk is growing day by day. You'll notice that soon enough. And that was why you realized killing Mumkar was wrong. Yes, and the others realized too. Shulk changed us all. Shulk can have a powerful effect on people. Elia, can we make a pact? I want us to keep sharing all of these things we don't know. That's a lovely idea. Ask me anything, and I will ask you anything as well. Thanks, Melia. Hanging out will be fun. You know, I keep saying I love the relationship between two different characters, but really, I just love the interactions between every character in this party. Like, the way, you know, Dunban gets along with his sister, the way Melia and Fiora really have a friendship going, even though they both are in love with Shulk, and Shulk only loves, well, Fiora. I say loves Fiora, and, like, you guys know what I mean. Just, this entire party is really great. But now, we have one heart-to-heart left. I'll meet you guys there. Alright, I think I saved probably what I would almost consider one of the best heart-to-hearts for last. Here at the Black Wreckage, Mumkar's final resting place, we have Eternal Scars. Dunban, I don't know how to ask this. What is it, Melia? The man in the metal-faced mechon, Mumkar, I think. Were you and he acquainted before he became that thing? We were comrades in arms. 1 year ago, he and I risked our lives fighting the mechon. But when the battle turned, he chose to make a run for it. So he was a cowardly man. He was always fairly unreliable. Deep down, I knew that one day he'd fail us in a time of need. But in the battle a year ago, he still seemed to be on our side. What do you mean, Dunban? Are you saying he wasn't always the monster he became? Whatever his reasons, that day, he was fighting off those machines as hard as we were. That is difficult to believe. I know the truth. That's why I was so full of regret. Maybe I could have stopped him. You mustn't blame yourself. You could not have stopped this. Perhaps, but it's complicated. I can't deny that he was a bit of an unreliable fellow. He had saved my life countless times. After I took up the Monado, there was a definite change in him. He was taken by its power. I pity him. I just wish he'd realized. I wasn't the true heir to the Monado. Shulk was. He should have had a reason to. He never should have had a reason to hate either of us. Dunban. Mumkar, I doubt I'll ever forgive you for what you did. But I'll never forget you, and I hope you can find peace. And with that, Ace of Hearts, meaning we viewed every last heart-to-heart. I like that one the most just because it shows Dunban, I don't know, I don't really know how to explain it. It's just, that's just my favorite, and it's touching and shows you a side of Dunban you never see anywhere else. But with that, that is everything in the base game of Xenoblade Chronicles. Next time, I'll be showing off and taking on the super bosses. And so with that, that's going to do it all for this episode here. So if you guys did like this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you want to see more content like this, please do consider subscribing. Once again, guys, my name is Connor. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.